The Weedsman Podcast. ChristopherMedia.net.
When you're sick, every minute counts. So don't go anywhere. Go to DispatchHealth.com where high-quality medical care comes directly to you. No getting out of a sick bed. No crazy driving to an emergency room. No endless paperwork. No hospital waiting rooms. Visit DispatchHealth.com to learn about our medical professionals, then make house calls. Dispatch Health is covered by Medicare and most major insurance. Go to DispatchHealth.com.
Remember before COVID-19, when we could go to shows or celebrate in person or have family gatherings where the only worry was when someone was going to talk politics? Let's get back to that. Let's get vaccinated. COVID-19 vaccines are safe, effective, and free. Sure, we'll have to keep wearing masks for a while, but you know what? This is the start. Go to covid19.nj.gov/vaccine to register for your vaccination. Remember traveling somewhere? Anywhere? Yeah, let's get back to that.
The COVID-19 vaccines were developed and tested within stringent guidelines from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
We had independent scientific reviews from a data safety monitoring board.
Overwhelmingly, it's safe for you.
Hear more from New Jersey doctors about COVID-19 at nj.gov/health/vaxfax. That's nj.gov/health/vaxfacts.
ChristopherMedia.net.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, what are you guys up to?
Oh, a little weed, you know.
It's the Weedsman Podcast Nugget.
Zippity what?
Ready to drop the bass? Let's drop the bass.
Whoop-de-doo. What does it all mean?
All the random stuff that didn't fit in Friday's show you'll find here.
Oh, okay.
Hey, man, you got a joint?
Got a little bit of reefer smell on your boy?
What that mean?
Please, just give me my weed, all right?
The dude who built a poop wall in his yard over a dispute. Wait, this is in Michigan. A 250-foot wall made out of cow manure that separates properties.
What city?
This is, let's see, Wayne Lambarth is the name of the person who has built this wall of dung in Lodi Township.
How do you spell that?
Civil Towns, Lodi, like Loki, but with a D. Located inside Washtenaw County.
Oh, somewhat local.
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like it is just southwest of Ann Arbor. It's between Ann Arbor and Saline. All right.
Yeah, so there's a property line dispute, which, I don't know. You both look like you have a shit ton of land. How much does it matter that much?
It's probably some middle-aged white guy who's super pissed.
Yeah, he's built, it looks to be about, see, there's nothing in this photo to give me a good reference for scale, but I'd guess it's average 2 to 3 foot high tall wall of manure that spans what they claim in this article 250 feet long.
That's a big shit wall.
Yeah, where did he get that much manure? Well, I guess it's...
They're probably farm adjacent where they're at. Or maybe he just ordered a shit ton of shit from a farming supply store.
So the best part is that he put it up and somebody I don't know if the city had to. Let's see.
You got a permit for that, sir?
Well, somebody asked him about it. The farmer who built the wall, whose identity has remained anonymous, denied the organic structure is a poop wall. Oh, so Wayne Lambarth is the guy who he's the other property owner. He is not the poop wall architect. So they left
He's the poop wall recipient.
Yeah, he suffers with property poop wall syndrome. No, but so the man who built the wall, the farmer, so maybe it's all from his own farm, whose identity has remained anonymous, denied the organic structure as a poop wall and said it's a compost fence.
Well, what are you going to call it, buddy? Compost fence sounds like another way of saying shit wall to me.
Yeah, well, your 250-foot-long compost fence stinks like shit.
Maybe it's only 3 feet high because he's building it gradually. He's like feeding his.
He only has so many.
Feeding his horses and cows extra.
Well, I think eventually it's just going to be a dome, right? It's just going to keep growing and growing, and it's going to circumnavigate his property, and then it's just going to grow over like an igloo, and he's going to live inside the poop dome.
in a shit glue, a
shit loo,
a poop,
an egg poo,
an egg poo. There you go. Oh, that would have to be a cold weather only structure. Oh God, no. Summer, no, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. What's on the Simpsons trash strike episode? It's like you don't want to be here when the sun hits Diaper Mountain.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're all screwed. Good night.
Yeah.
It did a we'll put in quotes, scientific study on people's names and grouped them as either round, spiky.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What's happening?
The sound of your name. The sound of your name is either round or spiky, which I take to mean
hard and soft consonants.
I guess. I mean, that's really subjective. It's like talking about music. Like, can you do it like faster but slow? You know,
what millennial dipshit wasted time on this study?
I took it to mean like your name can either sound more aggressive or more passive. But I don't know. Let's see. For example, B, M, L, and O sounds are associated with round shapes, while K, T, P, and I sounds map to jagged or spiky shapes. And that they found that people will react differently to you depending on the shape of your name.
Yeah.
So let's see. I don't have any of the letters that they describe here in my first name. So Aaron sounds rather, well, see, like Aaron looks pointy, but it sounds round, right?
Yeah.
But you start off with a harder consonant.
I'm spiky.
Are you spiky? Because I think that, like, you start spiky and you end really round.
Well, I have a K and an I sound in my name, so it's two spikies.
Let's see, from the BBC.
And if you say the whole thing, I got a T and a P as well.
Oh
Christopher.
Yeah, that's right.
That's just spiky all over. All over.
Yeah. Let's see. Psycholinguist Penny Pexman at the University of Calgary found people perceive certain personal names such as Bob and Molly as round, and others such as Kirk and Katie as spiky.
What the fuck does this conversation even mean? Like, what? What was the impetus to even do a study like this?
Basic thing we find is that if you compare these very smooth, soft-sounding names like Molly to these harsher-sounding names like Kate, that the smoother-sounding names like Molly get associated with things like being more agreeable, more emotional, more conscientious, whereas the harsher, spikier-sounding names are thought of as being more extroverted. So what they're saying is that people bring certain preconceptions.
So this is a psychology study?
That come with your name.
Like sociology? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to wrap my, I'm trying to just wrap my brain around, why would we even do a study like this? But okay, it's a perception thing. Got it.
The Weedsman Podcast. ChristopherMedia.net.
It's okay to have questions about getting vaccinated for COVID-19. Wherever you are in your decision, the New Jersey Department of Health can help. Watch New Jersey doctors discuss important COVID-19 vaccine information at nj.gov/health/vaxfax. That's nj.gov/VAXFACTS.
Get insurance now. Call us to
Hold
find...
up, no jingles at NGM Insurance.
Why not?
That's not our thing.
All insurance companies need a jingle.
Our insurance speaks for itself, so we don't need gimmicks. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. Visit njm.com for a quote.
ChristopherMedia.net. The Weedsman Podcast.
Yeah, so if your name, if your name is Spikier and you're applying for a position maybe where you're supposed to, work with people, maybe in tense situations, maybe your customer service for Xfinity and all you get is people calling you son of a bitch. You might want to come off as a more, rounder, more agreeable person. Because those Xfinity people are really round. Everything just slides right off of them. It takes a lot to rattle them.
So if your name is Dick, you're just screwed.
Call your local pizza joint and start chewing them out, and you'll get an earful. But you call these professional bullshit takers, and they'll just keep eating it and ask for seconds because they're just reading off a card, man. They're like,
well, you know what?
I can do this. I can do this all day long. You, sir, have a vein growing out of your forehead. I'm reading off a card in an air-conditioned room. I'm fine.
Yeah, but you know what? Compared to 10 years ago when they used to be called Comcast, they would just fling the shit back at you. They had to change their name. Their service was so horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Their name was synonymous with shitty customer service. Damn, we have to change the name of our whole company.
It's still shitty. The service is still shitty. They're just more professional about it.
See, I will read you just a list of complaints about Comcast, but oh God, I'm feeling like I'm jinxing myself. But I hooked up back with Xfinity here over a year ago, or actually more than I hooked back with them up for internet almost 3 years ago. No problems. Service is good all around, technically and customer wise. Said Comcast, boo. Xfinity, yay.
I have had a better experience with Xfinity, and I did swear in the past that I was never going back to Comcast.
Oh, so did I, but it's such deliciously well-functioning internet. It's so good.
Well,
hey, by the way, I'm getting some vindication, by the way. WoW is getting out of the internet business. My cousin has WoW, and he has to find a new internet provider because they're getting rid of internet, or cable. Sorry. Yeah, they're getting rid of cable. So
getting out of the cable TV, well, I mean, that's just smart.
Mm.
I mean, if you're Comcast already has their lines laid, it makes sense to keep the cable running for the old fucks who are just never going to go over to stream. But if you're WoW and you're trying to compete for all that space that Comcast already has control of, then yeah, now's not the time to be fighting for scraps. There's way more money to be made elsewhere. There's coyotes roaming neighborhoods in Detroit.
I saw that. And the first thing I thought of was who says Detroit's not a wasteland? Got fucking coyotes roaming it like it's the fucking desert. Was there tumbleweed sighted too? I have seen tumbleweeds in Detroit, by the way. In the summertime, you'll see them.
Oh yeah, I've seen one. There was a 240-pound fish caught in the Detroit River as well.
Whoa, fucking was it General Sherman? Wasn't that the name of the catfish Homer was trying to catch?
Was that its name?
I think so.
Can't remember. That doesn't sound familiar at all, but who knows? But yeah, I just love that, the other animals are always hanging out, just reminding us that hey, you guys aren't going to use this shit. There's other creatures out here who will.
Yeah, I mean, definitely with COVID, nature's been doing it for the last year and a half. But yeah, every once in a while, nature reminds you it's in charge. Animals are yeah, remember we were here first. You guys leave, we move back in. I didn't even know there were coyotes in this part of Michigan. I mean, I knew they were in Michigan.
I didn't either.
Urban coyotes? Where the fuck are they even coming from?
Fox 2 interviewed Kyle Payton, a resident in Detroit. So my kids were out here playing yesterday, and I noticed one of them running up, and I thought it was one of them being the coyotes, not one of his kids. I know that sounds confusing. I noticed one of them running up, and I thought it was actually a dog at first, but it was a coyote. The reporter asked, "What concerns you most about these coyotes?" He said, "The babies and small dogs," saying that there were more than a dozen stray cats roaming the neighborhood previously. Now there are 2. All the cats in the neighborhood are gone.
How do you know? Who's this guy, the keeper of the stray cats? Come on, buddy. And I get it. It's a good soundbite for the news. I understand his fear with the dogs, but the babies? I mean, I know a dingo took Meryl Streep's baby, but that was in a movie. Would a coyote really eat a human baby?
In a movie about Australia.
Wasn't a dingo just an Australian coyote? Right?
Well, essentially. But Australian animals are different. They're all trying to kill you at all times.
Mm-hmm. True, isn't everything backwards down there? Oh, there's something in there. I was trying to do.
Yes. Yeah, in Australia, the coyotes rule. I mean, the dingoes. Right.
They eat white women.
The horses,
they take white women's babies.
The horses ride people. And all the women go to work. And men stay home with the kids.
Utopia.
Remember before COVID-19? When we could go to shows or celebrate in person or have family gatherings where the only worry was when someone was going to talk politics? Let's get back to that. Let's get vaccinated. COVID-19 vaccines are safe, effective, and free. Sure, we'll have to keep wearing masks for a while, but you know what? This is the start. Go to covid19.nj.gov/vaccine to register for your vaccination. Remember traveling somewhere? Anywhere? Yeah, let's get back to that.
It's okay to have questions about getting vaccinated for COVID-19. Wherever you are in your decision, the New Jersey Department of Health can help. Watch New Jersey doctors discuss important COVID-19 vaccine information at nj.gov/health/vaxfax. That's nj.gov/health/vaxfacts.
The COVID-19 vaccines were developed and tested within stringent guidelines from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
We had independent scientific reviews from a data safety monitoring board.
Overwhelmingly, it's safe for you.
Hear more from New Jersey doctors about COVID-19 at nj.gov/health/vaxfax. That's nj.gov/health/vaxfacts.
The Weedsman Podcast. ChristopherMedia.net.